And now, for a few quick announcements. It is that time of the year again, parishioners. It is time for the Church of Athreos Secret Santa. We do have a few quick rules to cover before we begin. There are some parishioners in the church who do not enjoy getting a human body part as a gift. Mother Runes was very shaken up during last year's Secret Santa when she received a human heart from Viscera Seer. So please, limit the amount of human body parts given during this year's Secret Santa. Also, to Dark Confidant, please do not steal all of these Secret Santa gifts the night before under the excuse of Christmas greatness at any cost. It was not a great Christmas for anyone last year, and the only person who had a great Christmas was you. And to Blood Artists, do not give a free painting class to your Secret Santa. We all know it's a petty attempt by you to gain access to fresh painting supplies. And last but not least, to the lucky parishioner who gets Doom Whisperer in this year's Secret Santa, good luck finding 8 pairs of matching mittens. Welcome to the Church of Athreos. Have a seat, welcome to the Church of Athreos. As far as our opening hand, we've got Dark Supplicant and Soul Warden. Not super, this is a perfectly fine opening hand, but it's not really, just doesn't really go anywhere really quick. Let's go and mulligan really quick. I'm not super, I like this a lot. We got Living Death, we've got a tutor for the church's CFO. Yes, I love it. We're going to keep on this one, and then we'll get this popped up just a little bit. But yes, welcome to the Church of Athreos, the official Christmas service, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you get a really good Secret Santa gift. You don't get a human body part. That's, some church members enjoy that. I was going to put that on top. Yes. Yeah, I don't mind hitting that land. We're going to put that on top, and then we'll work on getting down Signet and anything else, and we'll kind of get the turn rolling. We'll go ahead and get down. We don't want to go for Hideaway, because we definitely want that land on top. So let's just do this. Let's go ahead and get down Flooded Strand, and then we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. We're playing Athreos, the official God of the Church. Indestructible Devotion 7 turns into a creature. Then, whenever another creature you own dies, return it to our hand, unless target opponent pays 3 life. We're playing against Feldon. Let's go and draw into that other fetch land. Let's go and get down this fetch land too. We're going to crack Flooded. Yeah, we're going to be aggressive on this one because I just want to go and get both of these fetches out of the way. So we're going to go and grab Scrubland. We're going to crack Bloodstained Mire. We're going to go and shock in Godless Shrine. And then we're going to go for Signet. Yeah, we're going to pay 2 life. All in the name of Athreos. 1, 2, 3. They get that down and then pass the turn to Feldon. We're playing against Feldon of the Third Path. For 3 mana activation, create a token that's a copy of target creature card in your graveyard, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. It gains haste. Sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. And then we'll kind of talk about that flavor text. It always makes me a little sad. Let's go for Recruiter of the Guard. Yeah, we'll go for Recruiter of the Guard. We draw into Edgewalker, which is a wonderful cleric for the church. We normally don't get down Edgewalker, so I always get really excited to see Edgewalker. Let's go for Recruiter of the Guard. Let's go ahead and grab the church's CFO, the Chief Financial Officer of the church. Where are you? There we go. Grab Dark Confidant. We can get down. Yeah, I guess we're just going to go for Heights. That way we can go for the Hideaway, not have to worry about that lane coming into play tapped again for next turn. Whew, yeah, I guess we go for Swords to Plowshare. Yeah, well, that'll be a nice thing to kind of hide away. Put those on the bottom in any order. Then we're going to go and pass the turn to Feldon. But yes, with Feldon, his flavor text, kind of sad. Feldon says, she will come back to me. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, the lore is that that is his wife. Like, apparently she passed away, and I guess he's trying to rebuild her. I don't know. Anyway, the Feldon, that was like when this commander, I can't remember which commander this was, maybe 17, I think, where they did the monocolored decks. Whenever Feldon came out, I actually bought a copy of the paper copy of Feldon, and whenever I found out about the flavor text, I was like, oh man, makes me kind of sad. Poor Feldon. Let's go ahead and get down Command Tower. Let's go for, we need to get Dark Confidant going. He needs to start cooking the book. So we're going to go get down Dark Confidant, and then we'll also go for, come on, go down, buddy. We'll get down Edgewalker, too. And I'll kind of talk about Edgewalker's role in the deck, because it makes for some really good, makes for some beautiful church services. So we'll get down Edgewalker. We'll go and swing in with the Recruiter of the Guard. We can try to spread the word of Athreos really quick while nobody's out there. Get in for one, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. Now, with Edgewalker, this is one of those cards that we never see it enough in enough church services. I'm really excited to have it on the battlefield. Cleric spells you cast cost a white and a black less to cast. We still have to play the colored mana, but basically, the brand new card from the Ravnica, I can never remember what it's, Ravnica Allegiance is or something. Anyway, that would be a completely free card to cast off of Edgewalker. We sacrifice it. I don't know. It's just works out really wonderful. And that card is definitely going into the deck because it's going to be competing with Mother of Runes as the motherly figure for the church. All right, so we draw into Cartel Aristocrat. We're going to get down Caves. That's going to put us at 6 total mana, which actually is going to work out for Athreos and Cartel Aristocrat. Yeah, we want to get down to Athreos because we want to... Feldon, he might be a little sad, might want to hear the word. So we definitely want to get down to Athreos so we can really kind of showcase it. So let's go and get down Heights, and then we'll go for Cartel Aristocrat. And that'll be a wonderful way to kind of show our devotion to Athreos too. So let's go and get down Cartel Aristocrat. And that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that should be exactly enough devotion once we get down Athreos. So let's go and not push in with any of our... We could swing over the Recruiter of the Guard if we wanted to just kind of chip shot some damage. But I think at this point... Yeah, we'll just go and hold on to it, because we can actually use Recruiter of the Guard. I feel that would be a better option for us to leave up with Cartel Aristocrat as some sort of, sacrifice really quick. And also, for the Dark Confidant people out there, we're cooking the books. We do have Razaketh in here, which is going to be 8 total mana. We do have Sign of Darkness, which is 8 total mana. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 6 other 5-drops in the deck. So, if you want to be a little anxious about our Dark Confidant flips, there's the kind of the top part of our deck right there. But we always like to believe in Athreos, so that's what we're going for. Uh-oh. 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 Alright, so we got Ulamog coming across. Whenever I was in church mode, and I never realized that Ulamog was in the graveyard. Okay, so we're kind of in a tough spot with this one. We certainly are. Because they go for, I never realized that that's what they tormented off of Tormenting Voice. Okay, so we're going to get the top 20 cards of our Library Exile. Ooh. This has turned into a very interesting church service. Let's see what got hit. We did lose, oh no, we lost Blood Artist. He got sent to the Void. Doom Whisperer, oh no. Okay, we still have a few more. We can still sing a few more praises to Athreos, but that's not going to be too good for us. About the only thing that we can do, let me play 3 more creatures this turn. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is basically swing in with the entire board, sack the board out, go for Swords to Plowshare off Heights, and that's going to be our only way to really kind of get rid of Ulamog this church service. I think so. Okay, yeah, we can make that work. All right, they're going to swing it for 10. That's going to put us down to 16. Mr. Ulamog himself was just heard about the church, and unfortunately, Ulamog does not fit into the church. The Eldrazi are not welcome. We normally welcome pretty much anybody to the church except, well, we've got the little Athreos Achievers, but the big Eldrazi, they are not welcome. I do apologize, and we always like to create a very welcoming environment, but not for them. All right, so we draw into Priest of the Bloodright, and then we draw into Damnation. So like I said, so we have Heights, so we go for... Play the exile card without paying its mana cost if you attack with 3 more creatures. So we swing in with 3 creatures. We're going to see the Burnished Heart block more than likely. And then we go for Windbrisk Heights. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, unfortunately, that's going to cut us off just enough to go for Living Death, that particular line of play, which is a major bummer. I was hoping to hit a land off of that Dark Confidant. Because if we go for Living Death, just straight up, we can take another hit from Living Death. It's not the best. It's a 10/10 indestructible. We can still block in front of it. Okay, so I guess we still go ahead and push in. Yeah, let's just go ahead and push in with the entire crew, and then we'll kind of figure out what we're going to do on the back end. Okay, we're going to see Burnished Heart block on Edgewalker. And I guess we'll go ahead and sacrifice Edgewalker just to kind of get it into the graveyard. Because either way, if we're going to go for Living Death, we might as well. So we're going to get the Athreos trigger. We're going to save the targets. And our opponent does end up paying 3 life to put it into the graveyard. We're going to go and choose white. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to be able to get in. It's going to put them down to 21. And I guess at this point, we basically just go for Priest of the Bloodright. It's going to give a few extra cleric tokens that we can throw in front of Ulamog. Yeah, let's go do that. We'll get down Priest of the Bloodright. And then next turn, we'll just keep our fingers crossed that we do hit that land to go for the Windbrisk Heights line of play. We're going to get a 5/5 demon onto the battlefield. Okay, then anything else? No, we're going to pass the turn. So basically with Windbrisk Heights, we need to swing in with 3 or more creatures. Yeah, 3 more creatures, and that'll put us online for Swords to Plowshare, and still on the back end give us enough mana to exile Ulamog. After that, we're still kind of in a little bit of a rough spot. Hopefully we can still leave Dark Confidant into the graveyard. We definitely don't want to leave it out there with all this additional card draw, since we are down to 11. But if we do hit at least 1 more land, because unfortunately we're 1 mana away, because next turn we swing in, and we basically need 7 mana, so we need to be able to have the activation for Heights and then 1 extra mana to go for the Living Death. But that'll be a way that we can deal with Ulamog. So we'll see if they want to end up going for Feldon activation on Ulamog. More than likely they will. The only downside is we're going to hit another hit off the deck. That's going to be another 20 cards out of the Church of Athreos, another 20 parishioners, which is not exactly what we want to see. Now we still do have a couple other different options. We still have Zulaport in here. I want to make sure that Zulaport did not get exiled. Oh, thankfully we did get Razaketh exiled from Dark Confidant, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, and then we also did, unfortunately, we did lose a little bit of life gain with the Disciple of Bolas, so... And they're going to go for the Ulamog line of play again. Definitely this time we're going to throw the Priest of the Bloodright in front of Ulamog, and we'll leave up this Demon token. You know, getting it for 5 in the air, putting them down to 16, and potentially swinging in on the back end might be... It's not going to close it out, but we can definitely get in a pretty good chunk of damage. Okay, so we're going to get 20 more cards exiled. Let's go and throw Priest of the Bloodright in front of Ulamog. We're going to go and block the Burnished Heart with the Demon. Let's go for Demon on Burnished Heart. We're going to go for Priest of Bloodright on Ulamog. And then we got another 20 cards exiled. So we're looking at Razaketh, Eiley, Athreos Necromancer, Ranger, Twilight Prophet, Obnixilis, Toxic. There's going to be 2 Athreos triggers. We're going, actually, they're already yielded. So actually, that wasn't too bad of a hit. You know, we did unfortunately miss out on Soul Warden, Mother of Runes, Dark Supplicant. But yeah, we can definitely survive that. Now, we do have 42 cards left in our library. And then we're still going to be able to swing in next turn with at least 3 creatures. So we'll definitely have that online from Whisper. We just need to keep our fingers crossed that we just run into a land or some sort of way to get into a little bit of extra mana. And then we can go for that Living Death. Okay, let's go for the Dark. Ah, there we go. Hit a Swamp. And then we draw into Mana Vault. Let's go and get down Swamp. Let's go and push in with the whole crew. There we go. All right, so we're going to have 5 coming across. It's going to put them down to 16. And we're just going to go ahead and sack across the board with Cartel Aristocrats. So let's go ahead and sacrifice Recruiter of the Guard. We'll see if they want to pay that 3 life. Actually, they do. They leave it in the graveyard. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and choose, we'll choose red on this one, because I think any of the color with the Cartel Aristocrats not really something that we want to choose. So we're going to get the additional Athreos trigger. They'll probably end up sending that one back to the hand to be, yeah. Like, yeah, go and get down Dark Confidant. Go for it. Let's go and get another red going. There we go. Let's go for, and unfortunately, this is one of the downsides, sacrifice another creature. We can't sacrifice Cartel Aristocrat to her own ability, which is a little bit of a bummer. Let's go for Living Death. Alright, so we go for Living Death. That's going to at least bring back Edgewalker and Recruiter of the Guard back onto the battlefield. That still does give them Ulamog and Burnished Heart, but at least at this point, what we can do is we can go for that Heights activation. Let's go and get the Athreos trigger. Let's go and go for it. And I didn't realize that Living Death was a death trigger, so that's pretty cool. Let's go and pay 1 white mana. Now, the only downside is our opponent's going to get a pretty good chunk of mana, but at least we've dealt with Ulamog. That's the main part. So we're going to exile Ulamog. Get out of here, buddy. Go on, get. You're not welcome at the church. I'm sorry. That is really unfortunate, but that's just how it is. So our opponent's going to scoop it up on this one. So I'm still going to go and push this up because this was a Hey, Church of Athreos beat Ulamog. The game wasn't over yet. They're going to gain some life and go back up to 23. But yeah, I'm going to go and post this up because it's always fun to get a really good church service, especially when you can kind of figure out a puzzle to beat something. But yeah, this wasn't a complete church service. But with Ulamog leaving, that unfortunately, that kind of turned all the church music and the church singing off. But yeah, we're going to get it on this one. So if you enjoyed your time at the Church of Athreos, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.